International Movie Month continues, and there are going to be 3 episodes of this special event this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I've taken you guys through South Korean cinema, through Polish cinema, and now it's time to jump into some French cinema. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and let's start this list. Just like in the South Korean list, these films are going to be ranked by their most representative genres of French cinema. So first up, we're starting with comedy. Comedy is such a big part of French cinema. When I was younger, or even before I was born, they had a real superstar in Louis Define, and I really wanted to pick one of his films for this spot, but I really couldn't. My favorite film of his is La Grande Vaudreuil, and if you guys can see it, you should definitely go and check it out. But I went in a different direction. Asterix in Obelix Mission Cleopatra was great, and it even featured Monica Bellucci. My pick though is Our Happy Holiday. Marion and Ben meet on Tinder. They don't have that much in common, but that just makes the relationship even stronger, and they decide to go on a vacation together. This French movie steps apart from the classic romance film. It is a rom-com starring Jonathan Cohen and Camille Chamou. It's incredibly funny and hardworking, but the best thing about it is that it differs from an already known formula. I'm thinking that you haven't heard of this one. If you happen to come across it, it's a great film to watch. Obviously, France is blessed with a lot of great true story movies. Godard Mon Amour is a great ode to the French filmmaker, and The Young Karl Marx is an interesting period piece about a very important historical figure. But for the number 4 slot, I was torn between La Vie en Rose and The Intouchables, and the latter one. The Intouchables tells the story of Driss, a young man who gets hired by a quadriplegic aristocrat to take care of him. These two should never have met, yet they have, and the story is truly something breathtaking. It's funny, it's hardworking, it spawned an American remake starring Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston that didn't really capture the energy of the original. The satire is funny as hell, but ultimately, it just gave me this warm feeling that is very hard to produce. There was a movement in French cinema that would be known forever, and it would impact the entire cinema world, and that is the French New Wave. It explored things such as new narrative techniques and new narrative styles. Godard's name is synonymous with French New Wave, and his masterpiece is Breathless, but I didn't go that route. I didn't go the Hiroshima Mon Amour route either, although these 2 films should definitely be checked out for anyone who wants to know more about the New Wave. I went with Shoot the Piano Player. Charles helps his brother escape 2 gangsters, but he upsets the 2 criminals in doing so. So when Fido gets kidnapped, Charlie has to do something. It's a great character study. Charlie is a former pianist, a very vain one, but he lost his wife due to suicide, and this destroyed his ambition. Typical for a new wave film, it doesn't belong to just one genre. It's funny and tragic at the same time. The film also has an original idea. Even if it was released in 1960, there still isn't anything quite like it. Titane brought some much needed attention to the French horror genre. Revenge is a good shout. From this genre, it's about a woman hunting men. Inside is also a masterpiece of the genre. Titane should be watched too, but my pick was Raw. Before doing Titane, Julia Ducournau did Raw, a horror film about a woman who is studying to become a vet, and she develops a craving for human flesh. This is an art house film shot and directed with incredible confidence by the director, and Raw was actually her feature film debut, which is nuts. The cast is young and inexperienced, but you wouldn't have believed it by watching the flick. Just like Titane, the film is bonkers, but for me, it had more of an impact than Titane or any other horror films and took this 2nd spot. France is known as the land of romance, so for my number 1 pick, I have to pick a romantic picture. I love Rust and Bone, it is one of my favorite romance pictures, but I just couldn't give it the top spot. Blue is the warmest color is also a great representative, and so are many other candidates. But there is only one true winner, and that is Amélie. Sweet-natured, cute and innocent, Amélie feels like a fairy tale. Amélie helps everyone around her as she discovers love. There is a particular cute scene where she guides a blind man and describes everything around him, giving him a glimpse of the world that he hasn't seen in maybe ever. Audrey Tautou is good here, given an iconic performance in a film that is one of the most recognized from foreign cinema. It's beautiful, original, witty, funny, and irresistible. What are some of your favorite French films? Let me know that in the comments. While you are there, press that like and subscribe button. Press the bell to get notifications every time my videos get uploaded. And until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.